I've spent over 10 years trying to climb in League of Legends, and if I could go back and give advice to my younger self on how to climb a whole lot faster, this is exactly what I would say. Number one, I've coached thousands of players in the past few years, and most of them still believe in this old idea of I need to 1v9. And I used to believe that too. Matter of fact, I played a lot of Assassins back in the day, and I always played just to get as many kills as possible in the game. And for a while, it actually worked. But the truth is, over time, League has changed. Players has gotten smarter, champions has gotten tankier, and even if I got fed, I would still lose games. And that's when I realized solo queue isn't about being the hero or trying to 1v9. It's about playing with and enabling your team. I stopped fighting my teammates and I started using them to win the game. Not in a toxic way, but in a smart way. I started pinging more, I started guiding them, and in my coaching I always talk about treating your teammates like puppies waiting for a bone. And if you lead well, your teammates will follow. That's the new way of carrying in League of Legends. Number two, for years I was playing on autopilot, and as a result I was hard stuck. My mechanics were like completely fine, but my brain, it was completely shut off. Then I got coached myself and I learned one habit that changed everything. In game, I started to constantly ask myself the question, what's next? Over and over and over again. And at first it felt a little bit weird, but after a few weeks, it actually became automatic. And when it did, I started making decisions proactively, not just reacting or playing on instinct. And that habit alone allowed me to improve the fastest I ever have. Number three, here's a mistake that I made for way too long and I was stuck for months on end. I kept practicing and improving what I was already good at because I thought if I just won lane harder, I'd win more games. And the funny thing is, if I looked upon all the stats websites, League of Graphs specifically, it backed up the data. I had a 93% win rate when I was ahead at minute 10. So in my mind, I was like, okay, all I need to do is just win lane even harder and do it more consistently, and I'm going to win more games, right? Wrong. I was still stuck. And eventually, it led me to realize that my lane wasn't my problem or where I should be spending all my energy. It was my mid game. I was getting caught in the side lane. I wasn't at the right position at the right time. And I was pouring all my energy of improvement in the wrong part of my gameplay. So the lesson, you don't climb by improving what you're already good at. You climb by fixing what's broken. Number four, like I said before, 1v9 is dead. So if you want to start winning more games, you have to stop thinking like a solo player. It's a team game. And the biggest mistake that I see all players under Master make is that they're completely out of sync with their teammates. They reset when their jungle's invading or go for solo kills when everyone on their team is back, and it kills games. Start synchronizing your tempo with your team. Reset together, push together, move together. League is a team game after all, and your tempo has to match. Number five, I always get asked this question. Tim, how could I win games when my teammates never listen to me? I try to ping, I try to communicate, but they never listen. Great question. And then when I check their VOD, what do I see? 1, max 2 pings. Way too late. Of course your teammates don't listen to you. Real communication is early and consistent. You ping objectives 1.5, 2 minutes before they even spawn, and that allows your team to play towards the same objectives before they made another decision in their head. You guide your team through the steps and you keep reminding them. Think of your teammates like puppies waiting for a bone, and if you throw the bone, they'll follow. So lesson number 5 is if you want your teammates to do something, ping them early and consistently. Number 6, and this is a lesson that I learned the hard way. Good players don't force plays. They wait for plays to come to them. When I was climbing the fastest, I was confident. I was playing patient and I looked for opportunities instead of forcing them. A great example is Phantasm, the best Akshan in the world. I recently reviewed a VOD of him and I watched him farm for 4 minutes straight, just clearing waves. And then he won the game of one perfectly picked fight. Meanwhile, in lower elos, players constantly force fights either because they're bored or because they don't know what to do. But good players know how to wait, and that wins them games. Number 7, if you want to climb fast, get really good at one champion, because you either learn champion mastery or the game fundamentals. And for me, one of my best champions was Syndra. And I climbed so fast on her because I didn't only play her when she was strong, I learned to master her when she was weak. Building real mastery comes from challenge, not from comfort. Number 8. I used to throw so many games in the mid game because I was getting picked in the side lane. I would shove the wave and I would be completely lost on what to do. So I'd try to make something happen, but that would result in me dying. I eventually started blaming my supports and my teammates because of no vision, but it wasn't them, it was me. And the fix was really simple. There was just this missing piece in my mind. I just had never thought of playing for pressure and control and shifting towards my support to help them get vision on my side. It was just unknown to me. So when I started moving together with my teammates, getting control together, I was allowed to push further in the side lane. I got more control in the game. I stopped dying, I showed up the fights, and it made a huge difference. Understanding that one change fixed my mid game. Number 9. I used to go into every game with one goal: destroy my lane opponent. But that mindset actually made me lose games. I take bad trades, miss CS, and I didn't have any map impact. I was basically coin flipping my games. But after enough painful experiences, I recognized that winning games isn't about just destroying my lane opponent. It's about getting strong myself. And once I started thinking that way and played the map instead of just the lane, I started to win way more games. And another good example of a player that absolutely mastered that is the GOAT Faker. Number 10. Here's a pattern I've seen over and over in my coaching sessions. Most players are so incredibly slow. Not mechanically, but mentally. Their decisions are so slow. Players hesitate on fights, second guess their resets, and they arrive late to objectives. This snowballs into losses. In League of Legends, every second matters. It's the difference between winning a fight or missing it. Good players don't just play fast, they decide fast. It's about intention. They know what they want and they go for it. Number 11. I was stuck in Masters for ages and I had no clue on how to get out. I thought I was doing everything well and I couldn't spot the holes in my gameplay. Until I got coaching, and then instantly everything changed. I saw things I'd never seen before. New concepts, blind spots and patterns and fundamentals that I just missed. Getting coaching in League is like stepping in a time machine. Without it, you're basically stuck in the Middle Ages. But with coaching, progress is fast. You're not just surviving, you're climbing with direction. Number 12, and this one's personal. Some of you guys may already know it, but I'm a super emotional player. Bad pings, bad plays, that would absolutely tilt me. And without me even noticing it, I would start playing worse and overcompensating, trying to carry harder, taking more risks and playing worse. I eventually noticed I had a big issue and I needed to find a solution to it. And one day I thought I need to try something new. So I started to mute everything. Chat, pings, all of it. And after a week, something clicked. I felt calm, I trusted myself again, and I wasn't distracted with what my teammates were doing in the game. I was able to focus on myself. If your teammates are putting your focus, even just a little bit, mute all every game. Clarity and confidence in your own decision making is worth it, even if you don't win every game. If you apply these lessons, I can guarantee you that you'll climb faster than you ever have in your life. And if you want to keep improving, check out this video in which I break down the shift that I had climbing from hardstuck to challenger.